The innovations of a great chef. Food is an important part of every culture. The food that we eat has changed a lot throughout history. The way it is prepared and served has also changed greatly over time. Long ago in Europe, French chefs developed many techniques and dishes that are still popular today, and their ideas continue to be respected around the world. In the early 19th century, as long as a dish looked fancy, its taste was not important. Dishes were decorated with pretty toppings, which could not be eaten. They were also cooked with very complicated recipes and served with rich sauces, which might ruin the flavors of the ingredients. Moreover, food was usually served cold and put in huge buffets with more than 100 different dishes. Auguste Escoffier is a legendary French chef who made cooking trends of that time simple. He believed that food was for eating, not for looking at. To preserve the flavor of each dish, he used light sauces and necessary ingredients only. When it came to serving food, he changed the practice of large buffet-style meals. The meals were broken down into several courses, with one dish per course. Generally, they would start the meal with soup, followed by a fish dish, and then a meat dish. At the end, there was always a delicious dessert. Unlike the huge buffets, each course could be served fresh from the kitchen. This was a revolution in the history of cooking. In order to meet the demands of each course, Escoffier modernized meal preparation by dividing his kitchens into 5 different sections. The first section made cold dishes and organized the supplies for the whole kitchen. The second section took care of soups, vegetables, and desserts. The third dealt with dishes that were roasted, grilled, or fried. The fourth section focused only on sauces, and the last was for making pastries. This system allowed restaurant kitchens to make their dishes much more quickly than in the past. If a customer ordered eggs Florentine, for example, one section would cook the eggs, another would make the sauce, and yet another would make the pastry. Then, the head chef would assemble the dish before it was served to the customer. This system was so efficient that it is still used in many restaurants today. There was another advantage to Escoffier's styles. The food could be served hot. This was an exciting change for those who were used to cold buffets. Escoffier thought that the flavors of food were stronger when meals were served hot. This was not only appealing to his customers' sense of taste, but also pleasing to their sense of smell. Some scientific facts support Escoffier's way of cooking. When food is hot, its molecules are active and constantly evaporating into the air. This is why boiling tomato sauce can quickly fill a kitchen with its scent. The molecules of cold food, on the other hand, are less active, so fewer are released into the air. Therefore, when we eat a cold dish, we don't really get to use our sense of smell. The smell of food also helps us prepare to enjoy the meal. Before we taste a bite, we experience it through its smell. This makes the glands in our mouth produce saliva. This explains why delicious food is sometimes described as mouth-watering. For example, when a steak is cooked at a high temperature, more of its juices are evaporated. This creates a delicious scent in the air. Once the scent reaches our nose, our mouth produces saliva that makes the steak taste better. Escoffier was one of the first chefs who took advantage of these facts. Many of his most popular recipes depended on their smell to create a special eating experience. With his innovation in cooking, it is no wonder that Escoffier is still admired by chefs around the world today.